welcome to ECP. I just want to show you guys a little bit of what my students have been doing. They did some decorations in the hall on bulletin boards. This is one of my favorites down here. They got to do all of these boards that lead up to the classroom. These rings up here represent gifts that they have to share with others that don't cost them any money. That was from the Giving Tree lesson that we did. And then everything in this classroom, the students actually put together themselves, all of the bulletin boards and decorations, because as a new teacher, you get to set up your classroom yourself. So they had that same opportunity here. We are getting ready to get our food handlers permits on Monday. And then on the 30th, we are going to get our CPR certification. The students have already been in classrooms and chosen a classroom to be with for the semester. And throughout the semester, they're going to be teaching lessons and doing activities. In the next 2 weeks, they're going to be doing their first small lesson by doing a practice activity in their classroom. And I look forward to having them all year. Thank you.
This capstone helps me because it gives me the ability to come and help teach children and see if that's actually what I want to do in my life. And I figured out that that is, and I want to be an advocate for children who can't speak for themselves.
Okay, typical day will be I'll walk in the classroom and kids are playing and I'll just be playing with them. And then they will go outside or to the gym, and then we'll come back and we'll have like water, and I'll usually assist with that. And then they sit down and like read stories, and I usually assist with that too. And then lunch will be served, so usually get the kids rounded, and then I will go back to my own classroom.
I took office productivity, professions in education, human growth and development, and psychology to be prepared in the prerequisites for this course.
There's only 3 classes to take. It was Child Development 1, Child Development 2, and Professions in Education. Students should pursue this because it gives you like an early start into what you're going to do, and it just like gives you more knowledge and you can start off earlier. My favorite part is coming and getting to see all the kids. Like that really makes me happy because they all are like so happy to see me, and like I don't know, it just like makes my day better.
So the prerequisites you need to take early childhood professions are professions in education. You can take that as a freshman, and it kind of just gives you a general idea of like what careers you have in education. And then the second one is human growth and development. That's going to be more about like what happens with children at different ages, so that you know when you come into preschool what these students should be doing. So the early childhood professions capstone helps you learn about all kinds of different careers in early ed. We're mostly focusing on what it's like to be a teacher, but you also learn how to be a teacher assistant, a paraprofessional. You can observe things in this building like a speech pathologist, a occupational therapist, a physical therapist, a family school liaison. There's all kinds of different careers, and one of the projects we do in this class is actually research early childhood careers. So if I didn't say one of those, you'll be able to explore a bunch more during the class. Also, along with that, some of the skills that you need in careers are being accountable. So showing up on time and doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. That's a big part of this program, is making sure you're here. So attendance is really important for this program. And then doing the things you're supposed to be doing in class. So every week in this class you have things that you have to do in the preschool classroom, like reading stories, creating activities, doing lesson plans. So you have to be accountable in getting all of those things done. You also need to make sure you're communicating with your teacher and myself, so communication is a big part of the skills that you need to have for this class. I would say those are the 2 biggest skills, but there's all kinds of other ones that are going to be helpful in working in the field of education. So when you are a part of the Early Childhood Professions program, every day you are going to spend a little bit of time with me and then a lot of time out in the early childhood classrooms. So We spend about an hour to an hour and a half in my classroom, and you have typical schoolwork. We'll be doing notes, some lecturing, some observations, some hands-on activities, some research projects, just all kinds of things that you would do in a normal classroom. And then for a good chunk of the time that you're here, for about 2 to 2.5 hours every day, you are in a early childhood classroom, and you are basically acting like a student teacher for a preschool classroom. So this class is worth 4 of your classes at high school. So it's either going to be 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th hour, or it's going to be 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th hour. So because you're here for 4 hours of the day, you get a huge chunk of time in actually working with preschoolers, and then you get a little bit of time getting education classes from me.